So, I am inside. This is not predictable, is it? Not at all. We didn't know. Well, we did know. All of us knew that I would be inside. Not just don't normally record videos inside, but let's be honest, we're all bloody inside. In fact, at this present moment in time, almost the entire country, the entire world, in fact, is in lockdown. There's a few people that should be, but aren't. But we're all under house arrest. We do all hope that this isn't the quick way to a police state, because all they have to do is to not give us some of our rights back, and we're there. You know, we're living like that now. We're not even allowed to leave the house very often. You can leave it for shopping, and that's about it. And when you get to the shops, there's a big long queue, because the supermarket's only letting people in so many at a time. So there's massive queues everywhere. I know this is a time of hardship for people, but you can use your time more productively. I'm saying this, but I know that you know it already. I'm just hoping that by saying it, we'll all decide to do that, you know. I mean, I've just got something back from a course that I decided to study ages ago. And I got that, and it's a human rights course. It's about human rights, it's free. I don't know where that was on. It's something, learn something. And that's good. That's what it's called, learn. Yeah, their name or something. You know, and I mean, exercise isn't as easy. It is in some ways. You can do bodyweight exercise. Unless you've got a gym, you've got a problem. You know, the old kickboxing that I learned for the last 4 months, sort of taking a little bit of a backseat. I mean, I've been doing it every morning. I've been doing kickboxing, shadow kickboxing rounds every morning, which has helped a little bit. But you know, I know it's difficult for people, but you know, we've got to wait to get out of the other side. We do. Now, here's the argument is that in Britain, we don't want to break the NHS. They suspect that if you put too many ill people in at once that can't deal with it, it'll just break it. Basically, the NHS will just break and it won't be able to function. I don't know how that works, how it breaks exactly. But I can see what they're saying. They'd just be putting people outside, you know, for them to die. That isn't really what we want. So it goes hand, and they're doing all this stuff to make it go back down again. Now this is the thing. Do we see, it's gone back down again, great, now we can go back to normal, or, as I think they're intended but not telling us, that when we go back down they ease off a little bit, and then it goes higher, and then let it go down, and then make it go down again, so it goes more like that. And the reason I say that is because in reality they're putting a lot of stress on the NHS, you know, because if you start with even a few of these people ill, it will grow unless everyone has an immunity. Now, the vaccine we need to have an immunity is not made yet. There is, however, worse news. There's at least one person that said they've never ever made a vaccine for a COVID virus. So this is COVID-19. But there's another 18 of them. Okay? And if no one has made a vaccine for them, they may not be able to, which means it would just be a case of spreading the deaths over a long period of time so as not to cause too many problems for the human race. You know, and I feel bad about it like you do. I do. I feel bad about this because, you know, I have members of my family who could go, you know, because when you see ones that say out over 70 and things like this, you know, I have members of my family that are over 70. Or people with, you know, with health problems, illness, that's people I know. You know, we're not just talking about abstracts here, we're talking about our own people. But people we know. So all we can do is stay in and hope, for God's sakes, that they do make a vaccine eventually. You know? But it would be nice if they can open the shops and the pubs again. I miss the pubs. I miss shops. It was nice. I like the shops open. But sorry. But I do like the pubs. Okay. I won't say that safe thing because I just don't like saying that. Okay. What we're going to say at the end then. We will never surrender.